The Badger Who Grumbled. Deep in the heart of whispering woods lived a badger named Boris. Boris was a magnificent badger with a sturdy home and a fine striped nose. But he was almost never happy. In fact, Boris grumbled from the moment he woke up until the moment he went to sleep. "The sun is too bright in my eyes," he'd complain in the morning. "This ground is too hard for digging," he'd mutter in the afternoon. "These berries are sweet, but I wish they were sweeter," he'd grump at dinner. His world was a collection of things to complain about. One evening, a wise old owl named Professor Hoot landed on a branch above Boris's burrow. He had listened to the grumbling all day. "Boris," the owl hooted gently, "you seem to find a problem with everything." "Of course," Boris retorted. "The world is full of problems." "Is it?" the owl asked. "I have a challenge for you. For one day, I want you to play a game. For everything that happens, instead of grumbling, you must find a reason to say thank you. Can you do that?" Boris scoffed, but he was also a little bit curious. "Fine," he agreed, "but it will be a very quiet day." The next morning, the sun streamed into his burrow. Boris opened his mouth to grumble, but he remembered the game. "Thank you, sun," he said reluctantly, "for warming up my home." As he said it, he noticed the warmth did feel quite nice. He went outside to dig. The ground was hard. He started to complain, but stopped. "Thank you, ground," he grumbled, "for being strong and firm so my burrow doesn't collapse." He realized his home was indeed very sturdy. He found a berry bush. He tasted a berry. It was sweet, but not the sweetest. He paused. "Thank you, bush, for growing berries for me to eat." He admitted to himself that having food was much better than having no food at all. All day long, Boris practiced. "Thank you, sturdy branch, for being a good scratching post. Thank you, little stream, for the cool drink." With every thank you, a strange thing happened. The world didn't change, but Boris did. He started to notice all the little things that were good and helpful and comfortable. His grumbles grew quieter, and a small, unfamiliar feeling of contentment started to grow in his heart. That evening, Professor Hoot returned. "Well," the owl asked, "how was your day?" Boris looked up, and for the first time, he gave a genuine, happy smile. "It was a good day," he said. "Thank you, Professor, for helping me see it. And that's the end of this adventure. But a new one is always just around the corner. Subscribe to Storiella so you don't miss it.